probably go keep masturbating, little one.
Okay. Oh shit!
All right, I hate my job. $20. This dude sent his alpha girlfriend to the Fresh and Fit show to get trained in feminine daycare camp, so he wouldn't have to train her himself.
Yo, he's smart though. He is smart. He's like,
you got anything you want to say back to him?
No, don't worry about it. I'm pretty well feminine, and he knows that too.
Okay, WRYDDA, female with the braids, giving off all types of masculine energy. You want to say anything back to him?
Period.
All right. Hey, Hayes, I bought this bag on my own and paid my own rent without a man. That don't make you special. It makes you an adult. You have anything for that?
You're supposed to do that, but just imagine having to keep on asking a man for that shit. How would you feel? It's a charity case situation.
Charity case.
I mean, there's women in my family who do that, and I don't see anything wrong with it. So the man's supposed to protect and provide, and the woman takes care of the household.
But just
how many men actually protect nowadays?
If you was in a nigga's shoes and he keep asking you,
you gotta find the right one though.
That's what I want to know.
My rent needs to be paid. My rent needs to be paid. How would you feel if a nigga keep asking you that? Keep asking you, take me shopping, take me this, take me that.
That's like we keep going back in circles. We keep going back in circles. Men or women, like we're two different universes. We're not the same. So you can't equate what a man does to what a woman is supposed to do. We're not supposed to behave like men because we're not men.
Then niggas shouldn't be acting like bitches.
How are we supposed to behave as a? What is the real definition of being a woman, and what is a real definition of being a man?
Society.
There is none. Exactly. You guys make up these rules for women and make up these rules for men, but there is no.
I mean, it's very simple. One has XY chromosome, one has XX chromosomes. It's very simple.
Yeah, but society has crossed it nowadays.
Okay, society can cross it, but that does not change hardwired biological differences.
Obviously, I know that, but does everybody else know that? No.
No, they don't have
everybody's confused.
Here's the thing: they don't have to know it They don't have to know it like overtly, but subconsciously they know. A woman knows when she's with a man and he displays masculine traits. This man's attractive. He's tall. He's good looking. Has money. Is confident, etc. You just know. Okay, this guy's attractive. I'm a woman. I find this man attractive, and it goes the other way around. A man meets a woman, long hair, attractive, young, youthful, feminine, polite, nice, slim waist, nice ass, tits. Oh wow, she's attractive. You don't got to think about it. It just is, because men and women are different. So what she's simply saying to you is that, because you're saying, well, how would you feel if someone told you, buy me this, buy me that? Well, here's the thing. Men are okay with providing for women, but however, women are not okay with providing for men. That's the issue. You're trying to make it as if men and women are the same and reverse rolling it. You can never reverse roll it tit for tat. You have to reverse roll it where it actually makes sense for the gender. Does that make sense?
Okay, I have a question for the ladies here, because I think we need to understand the base mindset. Do you guys think that gender is a social construct to begin with?
What is that? Sorry, what does that mean?
Is gender a social construct to you guys?
Like society said, this is man, this is woman. Like society said.
I hate that shit.
So you guys do think it's a social construct? Huh?
No.
I feel like society makes up a lot of rules for men and women, little girls, little boys, and whatever. Like how society says that pink is for girls and blue is for boys. But that's not true. Pink is just a fucking color. But society will say, oh, he's wearing pink, that's gay. But it's a color.
I actually think things are kind of twisted nowadays. Like it's kind of reverse. Like
everything,
a lot of men have a lot of feminine traits and a lot of women have masculine traits, and that's why everybody's confused. But like if you go like way back, like you know, men like they grew up and like they hunted or like they provided, and like women like they would clean and they would cook. But like there was never that confusion. But why is it there's so much like confusion now? That's what we have to ask.
On purpose. You know,
why are we so confused now? Like, why not back then?
Because that's how you destroy kingdoms. Confusion. And also as well, think about this, right? It's funny you said that, because everything that happened before was how it should be. Traditional mother, father, kids, household, right? Father's the head, mother's a second in command, helping the family be raised. However, it's reversed now, women being independent, and also as well, men are like lesser, they're not very educated, and they're kind of like, I want to say more feminine, like you said earlier. Now, what does that lead to? We don't know, but it's not looking good right now at all.
Here's the thing. People try to make gender a social construct, but it's not. it's very natural. Like a man is okay with providing for a woman long term that he loves and respects. You know what I'm saying? But a woman is not okay with providing for a man. I mean, hell, we know for a fact if a woman earns more than her husband, there's a higher likelihood that they're going to divorce. So even statistically showing, we know that women are not attracted to men that don't have excess resources that could provide for them. And if she has more resources, she's going to go find another guy. However, if a man makes more money than his girl, that's actually a bigger indicator that the relationship is going to stay. A big reason, a big amount of relationships that actually stay together that don't get divorced are millionaire men with women that are not millionaires.
Yeah.
Because why? Financial stability. But if it's the other way around, women aren't built to provide for men, which goes back to what I was telling you before. You're using, well, if how would you feel if, you always had to pay for that, pay for the girl? Most guys, if they got their shit together, aren't really going to care. It's not going to be a big deal. For you can't fathom it because you're a woman. You would never want to pay for a dude.
Okay, but sometimes what if no, because I'm not those women that don't want to do it. I do want to provide for a man. I do want to buy shit
You'll
for
pay
my
the bills
man.
and take care of a man.
Yes, I would do that.
For how long?
I would do that if I love him, if I care about him, and if I want to be with him.
Forever?
I would do it. I want.
No, you would not. No, you would
I just said I would want it to be equal. If he's paying for something, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna pay for this. If he pays for this, tomorrow I'm gonna pay for that. He shouldn't have to be the only one having to keep on doing this, keep on doing this, keep on doing this.
No, but I'm asking you, would you be the predominant breadwinner for a man?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, and that's fine. That's
okay.
A lot of women feel that way. However, there's many men that would be okay with being the predominant breadwinner for a woman. Why? Because men and women are different. Men are okay with sharing their resources with women. However, women are not okay with sharing their resources with men, especially if it's disproportional. Yeah, notice how you said 50-50. So you got to at least match me. There's men out there that don't need to go 50-50 with you. They'll pay for everything. Now, are these guys common to find? Maybe not. But men are willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that women are not. Women are not going to share. A girl ain't going to spend money on you unless she really likes you or you got your own shit that you're bringing to the table and she sees potential in you. Then she'll invest.
100%.
But maybe she's just using you.
That too, but that too.
But vice versa, like if a guy gets with a girl that has a lot of money, he probably, I don't know, it's just not the same. Like he probably it's kind of a bum. I don't know how to say it, but
I just
wouldn't want to be 50-50 with a man because it just
biologically not. It should be 50-50 because if you're getting married to somebody or if you're being with somebody, it should be 50-50 because of the fact that I don't think that one person should be providing all the fucking time. I feel like we should both put our heads in together to keep this household strong and keep it going.
I mean, that is most households.
Should could or would is fantastic.
There's some bitches that just be laying on their back getting fucked that niggas is paying for shit all the fucking time versus some women who actually want to put in with their men.
But hold on. It is a give and take. But last show, you were saying you want a man with money. I'm not confused because you said one thing last show.
I did say that. And I also said that if he makes $100K, I would want him to invest in my businesses so that I can also bring money to the table. Just because there's fucking human resource managers that make $100K a month. There's digital marketers that make $100K
human resource managers. 100K a month?
Listen,
nah. 100K a month. That's only as an entrepreneur.
A month. Do you know how much money? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know how much money that is. There's a lot of jobs out there. If you go to school, I'm not talking about just a regular street nigga that's making that much. I'm talking about somebody who went and got their education to make that money.
Yeah, you said Also, you said you wanted a guy that makes 100K a month, which you ain't gonna find that unless the guy's like an entrepreneur or like an entertainer.
All right, but it could happen. It could happen.
It could happen.
Maybe 100 a year.
But
like I said, if I don't find that, I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I told you guys before, I didn't want to be in a relationship, and I want to just keep doing me until I find what I want.
Okay.
So unicorns.
I mean, 100K a month is
it's you're not gonna find that.
Yeah, that's
1.2
million a year.
I can continue to be by myself because
you'd rather be alone if you don't find someone who makes...
There's some people who are happy being by themselves, and that brings me peace. And I told you guys I'm also spiritual too. When you ground yourself and when you start not giving a fuck, that brings you a different peace of mind.
She's fine being alone.
23.
Yeah, she's fine
You're
being
a baby. You don't
so
get
you
it.
said
You don't get it yet.
You said you want a man that makes $2 million a year, but you said you want to be 50-50. Do you make
50-50 like I just said? If
13th grade, Myron. 13th grade.
Was that?
No, I'm saying she's 13th grade. Never mind.
No. Because you said
she said
it's
1.2 million a year. 1.2 million a year.
Okay,
100K a year. But then you said you want also
100K a month.
50.
100K a month.
100K a month. My 50-50 would be if he invests in me, I'm bringing bread to the table so that he's not the only one providing for us.
But notice, he has invested in you first for you to even come close to being 50-50. We're just saying most men are willing to do that. However, you can't really be 50-50 because you have to wait for him to invest.
If you were making 100K a month, you wouldn't even look a nigga's way that didn't at least match that. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the difference.
If I like him, yeah, maybe I would.
You would not.
Maybe.
Trust me.
You don't know how I think. You think about these third dimensional women. You don't think about
what does that even mean?
Third
dimensional.
Yo, listen, let's keep it 1,000. If you're making $100,000 a month, you're making 1.2 million a year. You're not gonna look at a dude that makes $4,000 a month.
If I like him and I think he's cute and I'm vibing with him, then yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind investing in him. You're gonna think that's cat because you think the way that you think.
No, I'm just a realist, and I understand that women don't look below their level.
Okay, but I'm not most women. I'm different from every woman's different.
You might be an exception. However, we're saying probabilities is not really that common. That's all.
Exactly, it's not that common, and I'm that 1%.
Okay, you make roughly. I remember our last discussion. You make about 50K per year, which is pretty good for your age. Do you date men that make less than 50K per year right now?
Yeah, I do. I do talk to people, and I do fuck with people that don't make that much.
Where are they now?
I don't want to fuck with them.
Okay. So you're single now, right?
Yeah, because I want to be single. And I said that in the last episode. I want to be single because I want to continue doing me.
She's fine being single.
No, but
I am happy being single. Like, just because I'm 23 doesn't mean that I haven't experienced a lot of stuff. Like,
how many of you actually like live by yourself, not with your parents, like with no family around you in a whole different country, by yourself in an apartment by yourself? Because let me tell you, as someone that's done that since I was 18, I moved overseas by myself. It's hard. It's hard. Being by yourself, it's hard. I don't even recommend it.
Some people aren't mentally strong.
We do need men. We need men. We just do. We just do. I'm not gonna fix the hole in the wall. I'm not. I'm not gonna hammer something on the wall. I'm just not gonna do it. That's not what I'm made for.
All right.
I can clean the kitchen.
I get what you're saying. You're saying you're the exception to the rule, but what I've come to realize overwhelmingly is women typically don't even look at men that aren't at least on their level economically. If you're making $100,000 a month, bro, like you ain't gonna look at 99.9% of guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't look at guys.
If you work
anyway.
at McDonald's, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
what's the point?
I sell health insurance. Why would I talk to you?
What if you the manager though?
It's a little confusing. Like when you just said that reference with
manager,
like the hammer,
like
like nailing a hammer, like a nail on the wall. Like it's a little confusing because like my father raised me to literally build shit and be like, you better be able to do this shit on your own and not depend on a man.
Okay,
like,
that's
so
just an
like,
example. It's just like...
and it's not because my father wanted to raise me masculine. He wanted to make sure, like you said, I didn't have to depend on a man to do. Like I shouldn't have to call. Like I shouldn't have to be like, "Hey, babe, can you please help me put this up?" And wait for him 8 hours later to get him back home from his shift or 12-hour shift, and be like, "Now can you hang up my painting?" Or "Now can you hang this up?" When I could have just.
That's cool. You can do it yourself. But let's keep it 1,000.
That's not the point.
Ladies, yeah, you're missing
the point.
She's saying just because you can do it on your own doesn't necessarily mean it's optimal that you do it on your own.
Yeah. Right.
Because women can do anything a man can do. Women can fight in the military too. Women can play sports. Women can be comedians. But y'all are fucking trash at all those things. Where female athletes are garbage at everything they do, right? Because they can't compete with men. I'm not even trying to be sexist. It's the truth. You know, I am being sexist, but that's the truth. Like, you put a WNBA player, she cannot even compete with a high school basketball player. That's a man. You take the women's U.S. soccer team, right? The national team. They lose against high school boys. Okay. You take women in combat. They cannot compete with men. You have to water down the standards. So just because women can do it does not necessarily mean that's the best option. Yes, you could do it on your own. That's fantastic, but that's not optimal. To have it optimal, you have a man by your side. He could take care of that for you because you're going to be able to do it quicker, faster, more efficiently, better for the job. AKA you're taking a square peg and putting it into a square hole versus taking a round peg, which is a woman, and putting her into a round hole. Yeah, it might fit, but it ain't going to operate the best way. It's going to be all fucked up and stupid. So men and women are different. We have certain strengths and weaknesses. Can a man do everything a woman can do and vice versa? for sure, except for having a kid. But does that necessarily mean that it's optimal? No.
Misogyny.
It's like a corporation. Everyone has a role to play. And in a family, I feel like society has taken what we had currently in the past that worked and twisted it. Say, oh, you know what? You could do this as well. You could do this as well. And it rolls in all reverse. And as a result, women are doing things that men normally do. And it's kind of like, okay, what are you better at doing? So that's
and women